Natalia Bonner. Welcome back to my very favorite time of the year. Today I officially get to introduce you to my brand new free class, the Patchalong 5.0. Wait, what? We are 5 years into this. What am I talking about? Okay guys, for the last 5 years, every year in September, I release a brand new free class. In this awesome free machine quilting class, I am going to be teaching you over the period of 9 lessons, 9 days, how to machine quilt 9 patch quilt blocks using machine quilting rulers. So if you are afraid of machine quilting rulers, this is the perfect time to let go of fear and have fun machine quilting awesome curves. This time we're going to be focusing on using my suede machine quilting rulers. Okay, so I'm super duper excited. You've got to find all the details over on our website, peaceandquilt.com, and enroll. But basically the class starts in September, and over a period of 9 days, I release a new lesson every single day, and in each lesson I teach you how to use our rulers to machine quilt a 9-patch quilt block. These are so much fun, and you can still go back at any time and join any of the past 4 versions of the 9-Patchalong. And you've got to guess, I'll be back again next year with the 9-Patchalong 6.0. That sounds so weird to even say. But today, what are we doing? What is happening? All right, so at the bottom of my 9-patch class panel, I have bonus blocks. There are 9 bonus blocks. So on each of these blocks over the next several weeks, I am going to be showing you how to use our sway machine quilting rulers to machine quilt these bonus blocks down at the bottom of the panel. Now, if you are going to be enrolling in my brand new free class, the 9-Patchalong 5.0, you should pause, run to our website and enroll right now. Then come back and finish this video. But what I suggest you do, I will be sharing videos along the way showing you how to machine quilt the border, how to machine quilt the sashings, how to machine quilt each of the 9 blocks, as well as these bonus blocks. So you'll see that I'll be doing my quilting here on my Gamble 22-inch machine. As I'm quilting through the class, I will work from top to bottom, left to right. So I am teasing you with some blocks that are down at the bottom. But as you actually progress through this free class, I suggest you quilt those more towards the end. But I want you to take inspiration from these designs, and you can use these designs really on any quilt. I want to inspire you to get your machine quilting rulers out, especially your sway machine quilting rulers, and join along, have some fun, share your work, and be inspired by other machine quilters. So today we're going to be machine quilting the first 3 bonus blocks. To machine quilt these bonus blocks, I am going to be using a few supplies. So I do have my quilt loaded here on my Gamble 22-inch machine. All of the stitching that you will see throughout this full class, I will be doing here on the Gamble machine, and I do have my stitch length set at 13 stitches per inch. Now, because I'm going to be doing ruler work, I do have my ruler foot on my machine as well as my extended base plate. And I have my backing loaded on my machine with 1 layer of the Quilter's Dream wool batting. I just love that texture, so that's what I'm using here. And then my quilt top. You can piece your own quilt top if you'd like. We have a panel available as well. If you want to piece your own, we do have a piecing pattern available on our website, peaceandquilt.com. If you would like to use a panel, just like what I'm using here, it's all printed and you can just load it on your machine and start stitching. It's really fun. But anyways, if you want to use one of these panels, I suggest using the 50 by 60 inch size. And I purchased my panel from Honest Fabrics. You can just search Natalia Bonner over there and you'll find all of these adorable panels are available in a wide variety of colors. So to begin today, we are going to be doing a little bit of marking. I'm going to start out using this long straight ruler that I purchased from the Quilted Pineapple, and then I'm going to be using the blue Mark Be Gone marker. I do a lot of markings on my quilts, and the blue Mark Be Gone has become my favorite tool. So I like to use 1 cup of filtered water, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Mix it all up in my Peace and Quilt misting spray bottle to remove my markings. Always making sure that I am removing that ink completely. So I might have to mist this away several times as I'm working through my blocks. Now I am going to be doing, of course, machine quilting with rulers. So we are going to focus today on using the Sway 5 machine quilting ruler, the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler, and the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler. So run to our website, peaceandquilt.com, to purchase your rulers, and then you can start having all the Sway fun. All right, friends, so let's hop over to my machine and let's get stitching. Here are the 3 adorable designs that we're going to be machine quilting using the Sway machine quilting rulers. We'll be working from left to right. I'll start by using that straight ruler from the Quilted Pineapple. I am going to use the blue Mark Be Gone marker and mark a T right through the center of my block. Now you'll notice here that I do kind of draw a really heavy line there. I am marking with the blue marker on blue fabric, so I'm going to mark it a few times so that I can definitely see that line. Once I have that T marked through the center of my block, now I'm ready to begin machine quilting. Make sure that anytime you do any machine quilting with machine quilting rulers that you do have a ruler foot on your machine as well as an extended base plate underneath. So the base plate under the machine is super important as it creates a nice flat working surface for your rulers to glide along. Now I'm simply going to start out by using the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. I'm going to use the circular end of the ruler. Line up those markings that go right through that circular end of the ruler and stitch point to point curves. Notice that anytime that I readjust that Sway machine quilting ruler, I'll simply stop with my needle in the down position. So once I've stitched that perfect 4-inch circle right back to where I began stitching, now I'll stop with my needle in the down position. I'm going to switch to the Sway 5 machine quilting ruler. I'll hold that ruler 1/4 inch away from where I want my thread to intersect. Then I'll use that circular end and stitch across the block. Switch back to the concave side of the ruler, again holding it 1/4 inch away from where I want my thread to intersect, and then I'll stitch right back to where I began stitching. I'll start my next block just like I did my first block. I'm going to find the center and I'll mark a T right through the center. You can see how important this marking is as it provides reference points for me to use the markings on the ruler to line up right on top of there. So once I have that blue Mark Be Gone line and mark the T through the center, now I'll travel down to the left point on my block. Now I'm going to line up that circular end on the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. So there's a T and an X that go right through that. I'll line those lines on the ruler right up on top of my marked lines and then stitch around my circle. You'll see how when I finish that last quarter of the circle, I will switch and use the concave side of the ruler to complete my curve. I do this simply because that is more comfortable in my hand. And the Sway machine quilting rulers are designed to mark and quilt whichever size curve is indicated on the ruler. Now I've switched to the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler, and again I'm using that curved side, that circular end, and the concave side of the ruler to quilt point to point curved lines. Notice the path that I'm following as I stitch this fun motif through the center, creating a beautiful continuous line design. Always make sure when using machine quilting rulers that you hold your ruler 1/4 inch away from where you want your thread to intersect. Let's stitch out one more of these blocks. So of course, again, I'm going to start using that blue Mark Be Gone marker and that long straight ruler from the Quilted Pineapple. I'll mark that T right through the center of my block. Once I have that T marked, now I'm going to first, like the first two blocks, use the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. You'll see how I'm going to use that straight side of the ruler to travel down the ditch on the outside. Then again, I'm lining up those markings on the circular end of the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. I'll stitch my first curve, stop with the needle in the down position, and then readjust my ruler. So I'll readjust my ruler as many times as I need to so that I know I'm holding it in a comfortable position. The more comfortable it is for my wrist to hold, the more smooth and accurate my machine quilting is going to be. Always remember gentle pressure when machine quilting with rulers. Once I have that circle complete with the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler, now I'm going to again switch back to the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler. Like the last block, I'll start out by stitching kind of that S through the center. However, this time I'll travel right back to the center and then across the center with a straight line. So I'm just creating a little bit of interest by playing around with the curves on the ruler. Really, the sky is the limit. So I've traveled along the ditch up to the top side of this block. Now I'm going to finish it off by first using that straight side of the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler to stitch right back down to the bottom, and then I'll stitch 2 of those point-to-point curves traveling along the concave side, then adjusting and using the circular end of that Sway 3 machine quilting ruler to finish off this design. I love how these designs are turning out. You can see just a sneak peek of the 9 Patchalong 5.0 in the background. Make sure you run to our website, pieceandquilt.com, to enroll for free in the 9 Patchalong 5.0. Have a great day, everybody.